get into this video, I have an update at the end of this video that y'all will be seeing. So yeah, stay tuned if you want the update. And we're about to get into this raggedy ratchet story time. Please don't think I always be piping up, because I don't. But my last couple stories for y'all have been pipe up stories. I can't tell y'all no more pipe up stories for a minute, honestly. I really can't. But yes, this story has an update at the very end, so stay tuned. And yeah. Bye. So hello to all my cherry bombs. I'm back again with another story time. This story time today, I keep on telling y'all I'm not gonna tell you no more rah-rah stories, and then I be having rah-rah stories, but not a lot of rah-rah stories because we be on our good vibes and good energy mood over here. But a lot of my rah-rah stories are old. I think I've told y'all maybe 3 recent ones, I don't know, but here goes number 4. So before we get into the story time, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up so that more people can find my content. And then also, what's the last thing I need y'all to do? How am I gonna forget like that? Subscribe, give it a like. Oh, turn on your notifications because I'm very sporadic with how I post, and if you don't have them on, you will miss me. And all my social medias will be linked down below. Okay, so this story happened, I think like 3 weeks ago now. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks, maybe coming up on 4. Myself and Maybelline, if y'all have watched the other story times, actually, okay, so before I get into this, y'all are not gonna be able to follow along or know what I'm talking about unless you have seen my Miami story times, and then the story time after the Miami story times that is titled She Was a Weirdo, I think is what it's called. If you have not watched those 3 story times, you're going to be lost. You're not going to know who I'm talking about. So go watch those first and then come back here. I will link them below, and then I'll even try to see if I can do a little link thing up top. Watch those and then come back to this. So this story is involving Maybelline again. Like I said in my other story time, that She Was a Weirdo story time, myself and Maybelline work at the same group of clubs, but they have different locations. So she works at one location, I work at the other. I think I called one orange and one red. I can't remember if I put the one I work at as orange or red or whatever, so I'm not gonna try to remember that. But anyway, we work at 2 different locations. On this particular night was at the location that Maybelline frequents. In these clubs on particular nights have artists come, but I think this night there wasn't even anybody performing. I just went off the strength of like, let's get this money. So I go in and I got there like late or whatever. I'm doing my thing, not to get anything of anything, because again, myself and Maybelline don't talk. But if you ask me, I don't consider it beef. It's just I don't care to F with you type of thing. Or at least at the time, it was more so just a, like, I don't care to F with you. So I come in, I'm getting ready. So a girl from the location that I be at, because the location I be at, we all act like family. We're all pretty close. There don't be no beef in there. Everybody is, I've said this in other videos before, just y'all, again, watch my other videos if you want to get caught up. But I happen to get lucky and I work in a club that actually F with the people I work with. Like, everybody just cool. DJ cool, house mom cool, the girls are straight, security cool, like everybody just be cool. And so I actually got really lucky at the club that I work at. That's besides the point though. So because myself and majority of all the girls that I work with are type cool, if you say certain things to people that are more so loyal to my location and it involves me, more than likely I'm gonna get told. So this particular night I'm in there, whatever, and one of the girls that works at my location, she comes up to me and she's like, hey, because actually no, I think this was a Sunday, but I had worked at the location that Maybelline be at. I had worked at her location Saturday and this Sunday. So the night before, I had been in a section and Maybelline had come in that section on her little weirdo stuff that she be doing. Because honestly, from what I've peeped, it's like she'll see me in a section and she'll see me making money, and then she'll come up and like want to like try to get in the section too, or want to try the section, or like if she sees they have money, like she'll want to try them, like trying to be funny. And I'm like, it's never gonna be you over me. So you can keep on, but it's not gonna happen. I don't be paying it no mind though. So I'm doing my thing in the section, she was doing her thing, whatever. Fast forward to the next day. So the next day, this girl approaches me. I'm gonna call her Apple, because I feel like Apple's a cute name. I'm gonna call her Apple. So Apple is one of the girls I'm cool with at my location. Apple is like, hey, I don't know if like you are friends with that girl, because she really didn't know our dynamic. So she's like, I don't know if you're friends with that girl or what. I seen y'all in the section the other night, like last night, making money together. I was like, ooh, not together. She was in that section, but it wasn't with me. We ain't got no beef, but me and her are not cool. So Apple's like, okay, bet. Because she was like, so Maybelline tried to approach me on some like trying to get me not to F with you type thing. And Apple was like, and I got a mind of my own, so I don't even know why she tried that. And also, we all work together at the other location, and we are all cool. So I'm assuming she just didn't know that we were cool, because why would you try that? So Apple is like, Maybelline told me, don't F with that girl Cherry, like watch out for her. She got bad energy. I don't like the way that she makes money, woo-de-woo. And I hear that from Apple, and I'm like, oh, Maybelline got me effed up. Because beforehand, it was like, all right, I don't mess with you, but it's no beef. And my issue with this was anything in my personal, and I've always been like this at jobs. When I step my foot into my place of work, when it's time to get money, anything that's drama or any type of little extra shit is out. It's outside of whatever space I'm stepping in. It is left outside. So when I step into the club, ain't no drama or nothing. Anything that happens outside is not coming with me into the club. So if it weren't for Maybelline, nobody in the club would have even known that we knew each other, because we have been working in the same space on and off for, I got hired at that club in October. Never been no issues. Nobody knew that we knew each other. Maybe one other girl knew that we knew each other, but it wasn't even on no messy stuff. No one ever would have known that we knew each other. Ever. We don't speak in the club. We don't hang out. I don't mess with you. No one ever would have known that I knew her, because I also am not the type to where if I don't particularly like somebody, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody has their own mind, their own brain, whatever. Everybody grown. I'm not finna go around, this is not high school, I'm not childish. I'm not finna go around and be like, oh, you should watch out with them because I don't like them. You shouldn't mess with them because I don't like them. No, I don't do all that extra shit. If I don't like you, that's between me and you. So I never once went into that club and told anybody about me and Maybelline's situation, why we don't mess with each other. She was never brought up to anybody in that club. Again, no one would have known that we knew each other. Nobody would have had to know that. It was not a messy type of thing. Maybelline kept on doing stuff to try to make it messy or to try to provoke me and all this other stuff, but it just was not working. So it's like nobody would ever know. So I think because nothing else was working, this was Maybelline's way of trying to be like, oh, well, I can't get her attention by doing this or doing that, so I'm gonna try this, which I don't play with. If y'all OGs on my channel, you know that when I used to work at Mac, I have a whole story time about working at Mac and how hostile the work environment was working at Mac. And I had a horror story, a 3-part horror story about working at Mac. So I don't play when it comes to people trying to make my work environment hostile. I don't play that, because I've been through that before and I don't want to do it again. And I don't play with people talking bad on my character or trying to plant seeds in people's heads about me, because again, Mac has me traumatized. That's what happened to me at that job, and I just don't like that. That's also why I don't do it to other people. I'm not finna go try to plant seeds in other people's heads about you. No. Everything always comes to light. The truth always comes to light. So people gonna see you for who you are eventually. Even if it take them a little while, they're gonna see you for who you are. I ain't gotta do nothing. I don't have to do all that. So, but meanwhile, I'm also not taking it lightly. So I'm like, I'm listening to Apple and I'm like, oh, she got me bent. I'm saying something. She like, you know, nah, just be cool, just be cool. I'm like, nah, I want the smoke at this point, because you got me effed up and you keep having me effed up, and I really been treading real nice with you. Like, I might be nice, but I ain't green. Please stop trying me. I don't like that. So anyway, we get to the end of the night. So fast forward, I didn't say anything the whole night, whatever, because I'm like, yo, I'm in here to make my money. We get to the end of the night, and I think what had happened was, because mind you, Maybelline was like saying little like to say like little smart shit, and I don't be paying this girl no mind, and I think that's why she was going so hard, because she want my attention so bad. I think maybe, do you have a crush on me? Maybe she got a crush, because she be wanting my attention so bad. So she be saying little shit, and I just don't be paying it no mind. I be in the locker room talking about movies and outfits and trips and I don't know, just random stuff, documentaries, whatever. I be in the dressing room chilling. You trying to throw shots at somebody who is not paying you no mind. So we get to the end of the night, whatever. Maybelline walks out of the building, and I grab my stuff up real quick and I walk out right after her, because I'm like, at this point I want to know what your issue is. So, because mind y'all, she has no reason to have an issue with me. No reason to have an issue with me. I know, again, I know what her issue stems from, like what the issue that she thinks she has. I know where it stems from, and I said that in my previous story times. But if you ask me, that's not a reason to have full-blown beef with somebody. So I go outside and I approached her and I was like, so what is your issue with me? I didn't approach her on a rah-rah shit or anything. I could have, I wanted to, but I'm like, at the end of the day, again, we work at a establishment, and we are two black girls, and they will fire us, okay? So I'm just like, you know, what is your issue with me, y'all? Why does girl I say that? Why she step up on me? Like, bro, where I'm from, if you do that, you want to fight, you want to throw hands, you trying to tussle. She stepped up on me. I honestly am not even gonna lie, I can't remember what she said when she stepped up on me. Maybe it was something like, she said something around the nature of, don't nobody be talking about you and get the fuck out my face. And then she also said something along the lines of, I think she said something like, she said something like back the fuck up, but then like, but she was like, she walked toward me like on some like, I'm pressing you type shit. And I'm like, I had already gone out here with the mentality that it is chess, not checkers. Under no means is anything popping off physically in front of this club. All my instincts say go off, but I'm like, nope, remember the mission. You're on a mission, you're on a mission. She does that, she steps up toward me or whatever, and we start going, like, as soon as she did that, we start going back and forth verbally, back and forth, like literally boom, sets it off. Because I'm like, I know she ain't just trying to be like that. I don't know what it is, because y'all, I'm telling y'all, anytime I get tried, it is always by women who are physically bigger than me. And I feel like they think because they are bigger size-wise that I will not want the smoke or that I'll be scary. I'm telling y'all, that's got to be what it is, because I've never been tried by a pretty bitch. That's for one. And I've never been tried by somebody who was my size. It's always bigger people. We're going back and forth. People are getting in between us. It's loud at this point. And I'm like, Maybelline, you are not like that. Please don't. You, girl. You forgetting I done seen you in all your elements. I done seen you get finessed before. I done seen what you about, and you not about this life. Please stop. Please stop. So she's going back and forth, and by now she is like causing a scene, because at first we both were causing a scene, because at first we both start yelling, because as soon as she did that, because when I approached her, I didn't yell, I didn't raise my voice, no nothing. And then when she stepped up to me, we started like verbally like going back and forth. So people are getting in between us, whatever, and Maybelline is like trying to make it into a big scene at this point. And at first, I'm not even gonna lie, at first I was entertaining it. She's going crazy, I'm yelling, but Apple had come up. Apple, and then there's another girl, I'm gonna call her Cece, love her. And so Apple and Cece come up, and Apple puts her hand across my face, like across my mouth, and presses it. And Cece did the same thing at one point, because one would let their hand up, the other would do. I was like, and I'm I'm trying to do all my, like, I'm trying to talk ish, but they are pressing their hands so hard, I can't get nothing out. So I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, they are fucking up my opportunity to defend myself, and I feel like I can't defend myself in this moment, and it's pissing me off even more. But in hindsight, I see what they were doing, and I'm appreciative that they actually did that, because in hindsight, they were trying to make sure that it didn't look like I was really cutting up out there, so that if it got back to anybody, or if it did escalate, it would be more so of a, she wasn't cutting up. And when they did that, it also, like, eventually they had calmed me down to the point where I wasn't cutting up, because I'm like, at the end of the day, like, only one of us is mad. You don't want the issue, you the only one mad. So we going back and forth. But before they had done that, I had asked Maybelline. I asked Maybelline probably like, I had asked Maybelline like 4 times. I said, Maybelline, we don't have to talk about it in front of this establishment. We can go around the block. I said that 4 different times. We can go around the block. We can go around the block. Take a walk with me. We can walk around the block. She not trying to walk. She not trying to go nowhere. You want to cut up in front of the establishment. So I'm like, girl, you scary. Come on, next. I don't like that. If you gonna pop your shit, be about it. If you gonna pop your shit all the way. And when somebody press you about the shit you was popping, own up to it. Because what she should have said was, yeah, I said it, and this is why I don't fuck with you. Instead of being like, oh, nobody be talking about you, but then go run back to Apple and be like, why did you tell her, you're the only one I said something to. As if Apple wasn't going to tell me that you did that as well. Oh, scary bitch. Maybelline is making a scene out there trying to seem all big and bad or whatever. Basically, she's saying stuff like, oh, you know where I live, it's nothing, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, in my head, I'm trying to calculate. Y'all know that little thing that's been going on TikTok? I'll probably try to insert it. But I'm like trying to calculate, because I'm like, I've never been to your crib before. How do I know where you? I've never been to your crib. What are you saying? Okay. Maybelline's popping the shit, with basically being like, oh, so Maybelline comes out her mouth to fix her mouth to say that I am P-word. And I'm like, what am I gonna, I'm gonna say a punk for the sake of this video. She's like, oh, you a punk, this and third, you're scared. And I'm like, I'm scary, but I pressed you about what you've been saying, because you was not gonna say it to me, because instead you want to tell other people instead of telling me. Okay, I'm scary, but I done asked you to step around the block 4 times, and you not trying to step around the block. You want to make a scene in front of the establishment. Okay, I'm scared, but anything that come out of my mouth, if somebody were to press me, I'm gonna tell you I said it, because I want you to know I said it. And actually, you're gonna hear it from me before you hear from anybody else. But okay. And then she'd also try to say, she was like, I'm not doing this childish shit. She gonna try to say childish, but I'm like, childish, but you're acting like it's high school, trying to spread rumors to try to make sure that people don't fuck with me because you're mad, because you be watching me make money in sections, and I be seeing you watching me seething. Yo, I be dead catching her. Like, there was this other TikTok I seen where this girl was like, have you ever basically just seen someone just staring at you, and you can tell that they are just so envious or jealous or whatever the case may be. And that's the vibe I be getting from Maybelline. I be catching Maybelline staring at me when I be in sections making money, and she be tight. I'm like, bro, the only one who has beef is you, girl. That's why you sitting outside that you can't even get in. Anyway, I'm stupid, but yeah, so like, you know, she's popping her shit. She's you know, she's saying that by then, like, people are like, you know, like, just don't go back and forth with her, whatever. We do, walk away. So security, like, you know, security, and then also our friends, like, like, people are pulling her one way, they're pulling me another way. They're pulling me one way, but she keeps on coming back over and like kind of like circling like where they have me at. So she's circling, she's like yelling like over other people, like yelling, like trying to yell at me. And I'm like, you know, I'm going back with her or whatever. But I'm like, not you only want to pop shit when there's people in between us. It really just be, and honestly, y'all, it be the loudest ones, the people that do the most, like when it comes to like trying to make a show and trying to make a scene. It be them that don't be about it. It be them. And I feel like they be trying to do all the extra stuff to like gas you up, to like make you scared, like you finna, oh my god, let me get out of here. Nah, pipe me up. Pipe me up. Come on. Because I'm not finna do that with you. I'm finna just, okay. You doing a lot of yelling right now, okay. You seem a little mad. Are you okay? You seem a little upset. And my issue with Maybelline as well has been the fact that like she has tried CC before too, and CC is very sweet. There is no reason to try CC ever. Like, she's very sweet. Again, also another one, mind her business, nice to everybody, don't have no beef in the club. But there have been multiple occasions where Maybelline has tried CC as well, because CC is very cool with me. Like, CC is one of my actual friends in the club. And Maybelline don't like that. So that's another, I don't like haters and I don't like bullies. So boom, that happens. The next week I come in, I'm off of it. Yeah, it happened or whatever, and you know, it was a big thing, but I'm off of it. I come in the next week. Maybelline be, again, low-key type, knowing who to try, or think she know who to try or when to try, but she don't. Again, this girl is very young and I move smarter than her. So she comes in the next week. She got a new friend with her. I ain't never seen a new friend before, so I'm assuming the new friend must have been a new hire. She come in the next week with a new hire. I guess the new hire got her feeling big and bold and bad. So she come in the next week and she is in the dressing room. And this is at the end of the night, not the beginning, because I came like super late this night. Maybelline at the end of the night is talking mad shit again in the dressing room. And she only does it when she has people with her. I'm like, girl, you are so scary. I'm not paying this no mind. So she's talking shit. Like, I could hear bits and pieces, but again, I'm not concerned with this girl. So I'm like, I'm having whole full-blown conversations about other shit. Me and myself and Cece, we counting our money. We just talking about like just random shit. We talking about trips. Just I don't even know, just spiritual shit, whatever. Like, we just be talking about random stuff. Like, we really just be chilling. But Maybelline was like trying to make sure that she was extra loud and like trying to like say little stuff. Sorry y'all, one more thing I forgot, because as Maybelline was talking ish in the dressing room, one of the things I do remember her saying, she had said something along the lines of, oh well, you know, bitches will get fired before I do. And I'm like, little do you know, I'm working on you, little bitch. I'm on your ass, little hoe. I'm working on you. But yeah, she was just like talking big-ish. She's like, yeah, bitch will get fired before I do. People be trying to be funny with you, just saying all this stuff. And I'm just like, I was literally in the back, I'm laughing because I'm just like, little do you know, girl, you on your way out. You are well on your way out. Because she had issues with, it was multiple girls that she was in there trying to do little funny shit. She was trying to be a fake bully so bad. So yeah, real funny. But I'm just like, go ahead, keep trying to be petty. Keep trying to do something, be petty. Because at the end of the day, honestly, y'all, this story's about to end. At the end of the day, it is chess, not checkers. Because I'm like, girl, it ain't worth arguing with you in here. It's not. Bigger picture. Because this is why I knew she was being funny too. It'll be plenty of space. Maybelline will try to like say, you know, we're doing something where we're walking past each other in the club or whatever. It does not matter how much space it is. She will try to make sure that she can bump me in some type of way. And I'll be like, girl, you not gonna get me. You gotta be quicker than that. Gotta be quicker than that. Girl, you is not finna bump me. You is not finna be bumping up on me. I look too good for that. No. You gotta be quicker than that. You are not finna be bumping up in me all up in this club. No. You are not finna try to bump me every time you walk past me. No, girl. Okay, no, we're not doing that. Y'all know, but for real, I just be like, it's just, I know you're trying to be petty, and I know you're scary, and I know, like, I know your body, so I'm not finna be mad. Like, I'm just not finna be mad over somebody who is hating, and I'm not finna ever let the next person get in the way of my bread. So it's like, at the end of the day, you're mad because you see me making money and I'm pretty, and nothing that you've been able to do yet, none of your hater-ish that you've been throwing out has been working. So whenever she tries that, I literally just be hitting one of these. I go like this. Or I'll do something where it's like, you know, I'll dance around her or something. Or just something so where, like, I'm not getting hit. Because at the end of the day, like, you're not finna keep trying me in this club. You gonna play yourself trying to play me. I be trying to warn people. You will really play yourself trying to play me. Keep a good head on your shoulders. Keep your eyes on the prize. Chestnut checkers. And if you can't hit them physically, hit them in them pockets. So I'm not too sure where I ended this story time, but I have an update, and the update is not worth making a whole new story time, but I do have an update. Maybelline is gone out of the club that I work at, period, karma. Maybelline actually ended up getting fired about 3 weeks to a month after that, even though she tells people at other clubs that she just didn't like our club anymore. They have bad vibes, and so she left. No, that bitch got fired. Yeah, that's what you get when you're a weirdo. But I actually ended up seeing Maybelline in another club, because again, like, these clubs in New York, like, girls bounce around, hop around, whatever, if they can. I ended up seeing her at another club, a new club that just opened up, that she's not working at, even though there's like no money over there. Shade. But ended up seeing her at that club, and I could literally tell she was still on her bullshit, because she was watching me from across the club and talking in one of the security guards' ear, and like you could tell the conversation was focused on me. Like her and him were both looking over at me. So I'm like, girl, not you ain't learned your lesson. Not you at another club trying to do the same thing again, trying to make people be like, oh, I don't like her, I don't trust her, whatever. I'm like, girl, you do not learn. But I ain't worried, because like I said, there's no money at that club over there. I ended up going to that club just to check it out, but there's no money over there. Talking about some, oh, y'all will lose your job before I do. Guess the fuck not. But yeah, that's what happens when you try to bully people and be nasty and be a hater and be a pocket watcher, and when you try to portray a lifestyle that you don't live, it catches up with you. So that is the update on this story. And if you like this story, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. And that is the end of the Maybelline, I guess, saga at this point. That's the end. Period. So yes, you guys, if you like the story, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications, leave a comment down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one.